Hi, this is David from MyAEDs.com. In this video, we're going to show you how to create a new contact, a new site, and a new AED incident. The contact and site is for a customer admin. Creating a new AED incident is for any of the user types. So here we are logged in. We're logged in as a customer admin. So we have some customer admin reports that we went over in a previous video. But below, we've got some actions that can be created, that can be clicked on. New contact. So if you have a new person, they don't have access to the system, you want to provide them access to the system so they can either take care of some of your AEDs at a particular site, or you just want them to be able to see some things either with a particular site, a couple of sites, or whether you want to create them as a customer admin like yourself, you can do all that. So we'll click on the new contact. It opens up a form, and it gives you possible sites that this new user can be associated with. You don't have to associate them with a user. You can associate them with, we've got 2 sites, we can associate them with the branch site. If you want to associate them with 2 sites or more, you hold down the control key and you click on the multiple sites. And so we'll hold down the control key and we'll click on main, and so now both branch and main are selected. If we don't hold down the control key and we click on something, then only one thing at a time is selected. So we can associate this person with the branch site. We can fill out their name. We can put in their last name and a phone number, a mobile number, an email address. The email address is important because if they're associated with a site and there's something expiring with their AEDs or their AED checks need filling out, an email will go out from the system to the primary contact of the site, and so it will use the email that's filled out here. So you should always put in an email address, and if you try to save and exit without an email address filled in, it will tell you that an email address is required for any user that's added to the system. So you can give them a system login. It will ask for what user ID you'd like to give them. You can make any user ID you'd like. If you use a user ID that is already in use, this is the user we're currently logged in as, it will tell you that that user already exists, so please select a different one. And then you can give them an initial password, whatever you'd like that to be. And then you can also make them a customer admin. The only caution here is if they are a customer admin, they can see all of the AEDs and all of the sites in your business. They can also administer all of the contacts, including your user ID and your contact information. And they can disable a user ID. They can remove the customer admin privilege from any user ID. A customer admin has the capability to do all that. So if you're giving someone a customer admin privilege, just be aware that you're giving them all of those capabilities. Once you fill all that out, there are some notes that you can put in. If you hit save and exit, it will create that user. It will create their user ID on the system, and it will send them an email to the email address that you filled out saying that you have created an account for them on the MyAEDs.com system, and here is their user ID, and then that their password will be sent to them in a subsequent email for security reasons with no other context around it. So that's creating a new contact. We're going to cancel out of this. And then once you create the new contact, you could either have assigned them to a site there, or you could go into customer contacts and you could edit the customer contact. You could assign them to a site. You can change some information if you made them a customer admin, you need to stop them from being a customer admin. You can also update in this edit mode. You can also update their password. If they enter too many bad passwords, their account might get locked. So you may have to unlock it here. You can see when they last logged in and how many failed accounts they had. So you can also create a new site. Perhaps your business has a new location, or you didn't happen to have this site in the system because you didn't have an AED there. Now you purchase another AED and you need to sort of administer it. You can come over here and click New Site. It will ask you for sort of the friendly site name, the address. If you want to assign a primary contact, you can. If there's a new person, you can always say, oh, I have a new contact. It will open up a new tab, and you can give a bunch of information about this new contact. That's very similar to the form I just showed you. You don't have to set a primary contact, and just some general notes about the site. And those two forms, the new contact and the new site, are for admins only. The new AED incident, any of the users, whether an admin or not, can fill it out. An AED incident is essentially if the AED gets used for some reason. We give you a form to pick what site it was. So maybe it was at the branch site, and then it shows you the AEDs that are at that branch site. So this AED is with the serial number 111. But if we say, oh, it was at the main site, then we see the AED with serial 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if there were multiple AEDs at either of these sites, we would see a longer list, and we could select from which serial number of AED was used. When you pick the serial number, it shows you some information about the AED, all the dates and information. If you happen to put a physical location in, I think one of these other AEDs, if we go to the branch site and select this one, it has a physical location. Oh, it was in the lobby. And you can actually put in latitude and longitude. Maybe that helps you find it, if you're looking for it, or you know where it actually is. Usually the physical location in the building works. And then some information about the incident date. So this collects the date and the time. So maybe it was on January 30th at noon. So we can say we're done. And then you can put in some information about what actually happened, why the AED was used. And then when you save and exit this, an email gets sent to the folks at Team Life who can review it, and if necessary, they may follow up with you. If you need to do multiple AED incidents, hope you don't have to, but you can always hit Save and New, and so you can do one incident. It will clear the form. It will save everything, clear the form, and then you can put in the next incident. And so we're going to cancel out of this. And those are the 3 actions that you can do as a customer admin. Thanks very much for watching. In other videos, we're going to talk about customer user and some of the reports that the user account actually sees, and what they can do with it. And those are very similar to the customer admin reports that we reviewed in a previous video. And really, they're just isolated and focused on the site that the user is associated with. So this is David from MyAEDs.com. Thanks very much for watching.